the way you feel about the Jets is how I be feeling about the Saints, bro. and
Deservedly
that's
so.
yeah. So because it's like, bro, what are y'all doing? Can y'all just hit the make big steps to hit the reset button, please? Like, so because of that though, there's holes all over the roster. They're going to have some more money next year. Obviously, they have the least amount of cap space right now. They're really in the red. But to me, for them, you gotta build up the trenches with young players. I'm going first tackle off the board is going to be Membu, big riser from the combine. Just big as hell, and he ran a 4.9. That loud 40. If you did you peep that? Yeah. But I think he's a big riser. And the thing with Will Campbell, he was kind of I don't like the winner loser thing. I don't really think he's a loser. I just don't like that word with it. But just the lack of length and wingspan on Will Campbell, he might really just be a guard. And I think that makes Membu the first tackle off the board, and someone will pick Will Campbell up as he drops.
Yeah. And I mean, even realistically, like this could be that pick right here. I don't think though that they will go Will Campbell, even though he would be nice insertion in at at guard. I think that they're going to go. Can you go to the tackles for me real quick? The guy that I hear a lot about is Kelvin Banks Jr. I mean, he really made him some money during their championship college football run.
I thought you were going to go Josh Simmons.
Nah, I mean, maybe once these guys are off the board, but right now with a healthy football player who I got film of playing, just over 2 months ago, I'm gonna select that player. This is another tackle, but really he's gonna maybe they kick him out the tackle, or they might just insert him in at guard and keep their left tackle. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now, but yeah, I just think right here he's going to be like he has a chance to be an all-pro guard or at least a Pro Bowler at guard, and then if he does beat out the starter right now at tackle, boom, you're gonna have him insert the guard. But nonetheless, I just think that he was one of the biggest risers, and not even based off of what he did at the combine, just based off what his film showed throughout the season and even into the playoffs. So I think right here, Kelvin Banks Jr. gets his name called right before San Francisco goes, which they're probably sick about.
Definitely sick. For the Niners, I'm thinking trenches, whether that's O line or D line, and for them, I'm thinking they go. Okay, where do they have him listed? I think they go Jalen Walker here.
Really?
Yeah, I think they go Jalen Walker. Everyone's looking for these Swiss Army types. He could definitely drop back in coverage. He's freaky athletic, could be that versatile guy. And I think he has a lot of peers that he could learn from in that locker room on that defense with who they have there between Fred Warner, Bosa, just a lot of talent there. And I think, this would be an interesting fit for the Niners.
Yeah. Now, this is actually an interesting pick because the Cowboys need everything. And the best part about needing everything is like they really just, as long as you just stay here and pick, they can't really piss me off. You know what I mean? Like it's like we're almost at the back end of it sucks we weren't able to get any of the healthy talent on the offensive line. We could still get Will Campbell if you want him to play guard. I guess that would be fine. Ideally, I would want probably Kelvin Banks if we were doing something here. The fact that Simmons is injured and he tore his patella, that just kind of scares me because it's just 50-50. He can come back 100%. And if he is, he's graded as, one of the better tackles in this draft, a true tackle even. But, right here, I'm really going to find out what the Cowboys, like what our identity is going to be. Like, is it going to be ground and pound? We're going to run the football. Is it going to be, we're throwing it, 35 times a game, 40 times a game, and we're going to win that way. So I am going to be excited. I just want them to just stay right here and pick whatever's available, even if it is one of those athletic defensive players. But I do think that they end up going – I'm going to go Tet here.
Thank God. I was hoping that you made that move.
Yeah.
I was hoping that's what you were about to say.
And the reason I'm going Tet is because he's 6'4", 6'5", outside wide receiver. Now I understand the team not wanting Tet to be their wide receiver one, but Tet's coming in. He's our wide receiver too. So he never really has to worry about that number one assignment. He doesn't have to be no burner. We got Dak Prescott. He just needs to be a wide what's it called? What do they call it? What kind of catcher? It's a big body. He just needs to be a big body that we can target. In his film, you see he runs routes well enough, and also he understands how to catch radius. He's going to have a wide catch radius, and he understands how to seal off players. When you're this tall and you are a smooth route runner, you don't necessarily need to go ahead and be a burner. I know everybody is really, really praising Matthew Golden right now. Deservedly so. He just ran the 4.29, but I just think at the end of the day, this guy has more production. And for our football team, I think a 6'4" outside wide receiver that can potentially get open against some man-to-man coverage could really, really benefit the offense. And you got more pick. You got more draft. You got more draft picks. So we'll address the other needs with those picks.
Yeah, that'd be a steal for y'all, and I think it would just be a great fit. So definitely like the pick. With the Dolphins here, pick 13, got to protect that boy Tua, address the trenches. Our boy here, Will Campbell, fell a little bit compared to how he's been mocked recently. He gets hit with that combo, draft fatigue, mock fatigue, along with his measurables. But if he could be a guard for them for the next 10, 15, this is a steal of a pick if he pans out.
Yeah, I mean, at 13 though, you know what I mean? Like, cool. I wouldn't be mad at it. So, I got an all-pro guard at pick 14 back in 2014, and that was one of the best. We got better that day. Like I remember a tweet Edelman said, he was like, the Cowboys got better today. And if we would have got Johnny Manziel, I don't, obviously we wouldn't have got better that day, but you know what I'm saying? It's up in the air, but I don't know if you could stamp, the Cowboys got better today if we would have drafted.
Bro, imagine if y'all got Manziel because he went to Cleveland, he couldn't even focus there. Imagine the love and all that he would have gotten Dallas coming from Texas.
Yeah, that one hurt Jerry. It hurt Jerry Jones. Like that one hurt Jerry Jones. That was the first time that they took the phone away from him and they passed him the bottle and told him to get your ass in the corner and get to drinking. We got to make this pick.
All right, you got the Colts at 14, bro.
Okay, yeah. So Tyler Warren is off the board. So I think, the Colts are probably hoping that they could do something with him. Right now, the Colts still have a decent offensive line. And I really, really do like Tyler Booker. I think he's a solid offensive lineman, but just because, right now, I think Indianapolis, they've taken a lot of shots at edge. They've taken a shot in the last 2 or 3 drafts at edge. I think this is where you go to cornerback real quick. I think this is where we could see a Jahdae Barron going, or one of the people that really, really got boosted up due to the draft, 6'3".
Combine.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name, but I'm not about to pick him right now, but when I
and the safety you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
The thing with Jahdae Barron is he's essentially the what's the name of the DB for Detroit? Deion Branch.
Brian
Branch. He's basically Brian Branch. In all accounts. He might not run the fastest 40 and he might not be the biggest, but he's been 5'10" his entire life. He knows how to play at 5'10", and you can play him at cornerback, you can play him at nickel, you can put him in the box, you can put him at safety, and he's going to make plays for you. And I think right now for the Colts, you know, due to the fact that they have thrown a ton of resources at edge rusher, I think that they go ahead and they take a chance on him with this pick. And
on who? On who, bro?
Go up. You didn't hear me say his name?
Nah, who?
Jahdae Barron.
Oh, you're you're going.
Yeah, Jahdae Barron.
Okay, you're going with the corner. All right.
Yeah. Well, it's for some reason it says corner, but really he's DB. He can do everything on the football field. But yeah. So he's just one of those players. Again, he shot up I don't like to say shot up the boards because draft hasn't happened yet. But he's one of those guys who Malachi Starks kind of was getting more praise than him throughout the season. But you know, when you go back and watch the film, no matter who they put him on, he kind of was clamps. And he gets dirty in the run game too. So I just think he might end up being the pick here, especially because of guys like Brian Branch being undervalued in the past and being so valued once they get on their current football team. I don't think the Colts make that mistake here.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely like the pick. I like Barron's game. All right. So with the Falcons, obviously they've gone offense for like the past 5 drafts. Bijan, Drake, Pitts, Penix. So finally,
Bergeron,
Bergeron,
a guard. They drafted a first round guard.
Oh, true. But yeah, they need to address the defense. They weren't getting a lot of pass rush. They were getting a little bit more pass rush towards the end of the season, but yeah, they gotta address that in the first round this year. And just based off how this draft is going, they do have a lot of options, you know, to take a strike at. And for them, I'm going to go. And this is a draft where I'm going by like what I feel like they do, what I think they do. I just feel like I can see them going James Pierce here. Now, obviously, he has some character concerns, whatever. We'll see how much that matters. Notes that we'll get from the interviews and whatnot. He's definitely going to have to address those things. But freaky athletic, fast as hell, going to blitz hard off the edge. And I just think the Falcons, if not him, maybe a Mike Green, maybe where is he at? Maybe a Shamar Stewart. He rose from the combine, but I'm gonna go James Pierce for this one.
Yeah, someone's gonna draft Shamar Stewart, man, and they're gonna be pissed.
Oh, you don't actually,
no, I take it back. They might not be pissed because I could see him being a decent run stopper, but he's just not giving you that production at edge like that. Like sometimes you gotta watch the player, and it's like, yo, how you built like this and you only got 2.5 sacks? What was you doing out
there? He needs to add to his pass rush move bag.
You know, so it's sometimes now. Right here, we got Arizona. Again, another team where I guess what all things considered outside of quarterback and maybe possibly tight end, they kind of, you know, they kind of need a little bit of everything.
For sure.
I think I'm gonna go D-line here, interior D-line, and I think I'm gonna select Kenneth Grant for them. He's just a 330 big pass rusher, run stopper. I think if he's able to control the middle of the trenches for them, that could definitely help them, especially help the defense in the running game. And if he can generate some pass rush, get a little bit of push, that could also be a boost to him. So right now, I just think the most valuable player for, Arizona is to go D-line, and then whatever is available at guard or tackle in the second round, I think that's where they'll take a crack at one of those options.
Yeah. So this is the first time where you kind of grab somebody right before me. I was going to grab him for the Bengals.